Capricorn, this is you. This is your video. My name is G. You're watching Allastrology. We've got an ending and we've got 2 new beginnings for your month. We're going to go through the astrology, talk about the ending and the 2 beginnings, and then we will pull a card for each of them. So Capricorn, let's check this out. Right at the very beginning, actually around December 7th, right? So give or take a day or 2, you might notice this. It's an ending. It's actually an ending. Okay. So the ending has to do with the way you talk and think and relate and communicate. It's how I think, right? And not only how I think, but how I share information. Now, are you teaching? Are you learning? Are you in the process, or were you in the process? Because this is a full moon energy, and the full moon's all about, I'm done. It's over. Like I finished. So I kind of liken it as to possibly somebody's semester ending. It could be that. Right. Or it could be you just saying, hey, I've learned how to do this and I'm done. Like I'm no longer learning anymore. And it could be social media. It could be phones when we think about the digital part of Gemini energy, because it's a full moon in Gemini energy. Yeah. Sharing information, teaching, sales even, right? Were you selling something online? I know for myself, I had I think I still have. Yeah, I do. A shop on Etsy, which is a digital platform. Gemini energy, digital, right? Social digital platforms, really. But because it's Gemini and it's sales, it is business and merchandise. Yeah. So Etsy would be this. Now, recently they've changed their rules. I don't know what they did. I didn't bother to go on and look because I don't get too many hits on it. But yeah, I might decide to quit it, right? And so this could fall into that same category. Now, where does this happen in your life? We got to find that out for you, for Capricorn. This is in your 6th house. So this is your work, your daily routines, but it can be your health. So there's something you're ending. Now, if you have Gemini in your 6th house, what do you do for your job? What do you do day to day, right? Do you do something that involves your speech, that involves your ability to think, right? What are you doing that, because it's Gemini, so it's learning or teaching, and Gemini's, they are like the jack of all trades, right? They can be scattered. We'll say it like that. They can be scattered. So you could be talking to a Gemini person who has strong Gemini, and in mid sentence, they have all these other things that keep popping in, right? There's like a change of subject possibly. And to their defense, lots of things keep popping in, and they may have a hard time staying on track, right? So 6th house can be your health too. You probably might be involved in things that involve your health routines, just things that, whether it's, you're probably thinking about it a lot actually, because if you got Gemini in your 6th house, there's a lot of thoughts about your health and what you could do differently or do better. So you're probably always feel like you're trying things, right? Or experimenting, or you stick with it for a little bit of time and then you go and you do something else. You get bored with it because it's kind of got that scattered brain type of energy. It likes options is the best way to put it. It really likes options. It doesn't want to be told, okay, it's just this one thing. It's just thinking, to hell with that. I can do multiple things. I don't need to just do this one thing, or I don't have to stick with that thing. I'm going to do something else now, because it likes options, lots of options, right? So they have the great ability to be quite flexible. So flexible at your job, flexible within your daily routines, right? The positive and the negative of that is, not enough structure, right? I did a reading for somebody not too long ago, and that's what the person said, that they need more structure in their life. And it was like that, like too much scatteredness, and they need more structure. So this is an ending. So what are you ending? All right. Now, did you finish school? Are you completing school? Is there a task at a job, right? A project you were working on that's completing? This could be that. It could also be in your home. It could be domestic, right? Because it's in your 6th house. So there could be something you used to do at home. Could possibly involve pets as well, because this is that same placement, pets and domestic life. And then, jobs and work routines, right? And maybe health. So remember hygiene too, and cleanliness, right? Cleaning, something about cleaning and cleanliness I keep hearing for some of you out there, whoever that's for, I don't know, but it came in pretty strongly. Because you know how cats can like groom and groom and groom? Yeah, they groom, and they can be an over groomer, right? A perfectionist at time. um, you're ending something, and it's a completion, and it doesn't have to be negative or bad. But for you, following along at home, this is 16 degrees in Gemini energy. So find out where 16 degrees of Gemini is exactly for you, right? You might have a house cusp-line, you might not have a planet there, so it might not be a big deal, right? But it's just something that you're ending, So when we think about people that are involved with Gemini energy, this would be like coworker energy for you. Coworker, could be sibling energy, could be next door neighbor energy. Yeah, it's people who we would call our peers, could even be classmates. All right. So now we're going to pull a card just to give a little bit more detail to what that ending could be. I've been shuffling. They're telling me to do this little weird thing, which is just going like that, which isn't really like a shuffle. Yeah, it's just like a real quick shuffle. They're saying to do this one more time. And then they're saying to grab the card, split the deck, and grab the card. Just split it and grab that. Okay, we'll do it. Ready? Here we go. This is for your first completion, your first ending in the beginning of December. Cha! Like that. You've got Pisces and Leo on here. So these are cards that represent, or these are signs, these are symbols that, you see how it's highly spiritual here? It's someone who's in charge. The sun energy is like the father, right? And I mean that in a most holy way, although it can represent your physical father. It may represent possibly, if you're Catholic, a father in the church or something. It could be that. I said a daily routine. There was a release and a closure. It's even got Pisces on here, which is fascinating. So this kind of speaks to spirituality more than religion, right? Because Pisces, it's more about being spiritual. It's about compassion. It's about understanding. It's about unity and oneness. So what I like about this is that this card coming in means there's something about this ending that's almost giving peace. It's almost something that's, it's like a benefit here. This card's bringing benefit. It's like it's bringing like a peace of mind, like that's why we look up to the stars and the sky and we pray and we say, hey, I know you're out there somewhere, or if you are, like kumbaya, right? This is a really beautiful card to get when you're getting a closure and an ending. It's like very peaceful and serene, almost spiritual vibration to it. And there's peace and there's like protection involved, peace and protection. All right. That's pretty sweet. I like that for you, Capricorn. We're going to the next. Actually, you have 2 new beginnings coming. Yeah, this is kind of exciting. The next new beginning, it's powerful. It's big. It's not something brand new, even though I'm saying it's a new beginning, because it's Jupiter. Jupiter's going back into Aries, right? It's December. Jupiter goes back into Aries. It's Aries energy, which is my physical body. It's like I'm starting something new. Jupiter goes big or go home. So it's like assertions because it's Aryan energy. So it can be like aggressive. It's the physical body. It's Mars, which is like the fighter. We have to remember Mars tends to bring weapons, right? Because that's Mars, when we think about the war and all that crap. This happens in your 4th house. All right. So keep this in mind. I know a Capricorn where we've been talking about things weird that went on about 2 months ago when Jupiter was getting near the 0 degree mark. So there might be a little bit of assertions in the house. When you have Aries energy in your home, there's like this, this not so much isolation, but it's about me. Quite frankly, this is my house, my space, my things, my rule, like this is what I want. This is what I need. This is my place. This is Aries energy. It's me energy. Yeah. And it's strong energy. It's very independent actions. So it demands its own place. And that's what gives you peace, which is interesting. That first card. Wow. Peace coming. I like that for you. So Jupiter goes into Aries. It's in your 4th house. We're now going to pull a card. It was the go big or go home energy. Just a quick recap. Remember, just think Aries energy. What is it? It's all about my independent actions of my body, the freedom of my body, the choice, to rule my own body. I am a sovereign being, right? And that gives you your emotional security. That that's your happy place. That makes you feel stable, and it makes you feel emotionally satisfied is the word I'm looking for. So they're saying to give them a mix, like an official mix. So I'm going to do that real quick for you. And then they're saying to pull the card that's not on top, but to split the deck again. Fair enough. So we're going to split the deck again for you. And then we take that card. Okay. So here's your card for your Jupiter, December Jupiter beginning, Jupiter going into Aries energy. Yeah. Okay. So this is about time and responsibilities, to be specific. This is like a Saturn card. This is a teacher, someone who's in charge. It's responsibilities. You have the strength of the universe in the background. See the Leo energy, see the crown, the king crown. What it means is you have goals and ambitions, but they're going to take time, and you need to have patience. Right. Anything worth working for, it takes time if it's going to last. You don't want anything in the short term. You know what I mean? Like it didn't take you any time at all to get that thing. That means it's temporary. It's not going to last. Saturn, this card is about working towards something that's going to last. And that's what this represents. Yeah. You've got the support of the universe. So this says to have patience. This is Saturn representing rules and structure and order. It's your ambitions, it's your goals, it's vocation energy, something you would do whether you got paid to do it or not. And you've got the kingly energy in the background. And this is for the Jupiter energy. This is for, Jupiter and Aries. And this was in your home, something about home. And it's been around for a long time. It's something that you may even consider old because that's Saturn energy. It goes back, not like back in time necessarily, but it's been around forever for you. It's a structure, some sort of a goal and an ambition. It's tied in here. Don't give up, because Saturn rewards those who don't cheat and who don't give up. Saturn brings rewards. The next new beginning has to do with the new moon that's coming towards the end of December, and it's a couple days before Christmas for those of you who celebrate Christmas. It's on the 23rd. Capricorn, what I want to say is this new beginning that's coming has to do with your physical body, right? Your appearance. So it could even have to do with your location. It's a big deal because it's around the world axis point. What are your goals? What are your ambitions connected to your body, your appearance, right? Do you like to look like you're a person in charge? Do you like to, whether you like it or not, when people look at you, they think you're smart. They think you're someone who is a person of authority, right? Because you're a Capricorn ascendant, right? And if you're not, let me know below and I can help you figure out how this reading fits for who you are. So you might be listening for a Capricorn birthday, which would make you a Capricorn sun. So just comment to me below and I'll help you to figure out how this works out for you. But typically, people look at you and they're like, okay, that person's put together well. So what does that mean, right? Because Capricorn, Saturn energy represents structure, organized, right? Like, the outfit that you're wearing, the hair, there could be something practical in the way that you dress, like you're a smart dresser, not flashy, but smart, right? Meaning you go outside and to have your umbrella or your boots, right? You've got the gear, right? You're smart. You don't go out when it's 30 degrees and almost, might even be snowing and you're wearing like flip-flops or something or sandals. No, that's not what a Capricorn. You're geared up. You've got you can handle the long term, right? You're a thinker. So you make sure that the things that you have last a long time. Like if you have clothing, you probably like for your clothing to last as long as possible, right? Because time is a big deal with Capricorn energy, right? Long-term goals and ambitions. So it's a new beginning with your appearance. So what are you changing? Are you changing something? Could be a weight gain or a weight loss. Could be your clothing. Again, if this is near the 1 degrees and 32 minutes in your chart, and if you have like a house, like if this is your ascendant, or if you have some planets there, comment to me because this could be a big deal for you. For some of you, I know a Capricorn in particular, actually a couple of Capricorns now that I think about it, who are really, really making plans to move. So your ascendant is the location of your physical body, right? So it's not just your appearance. I mean, it is your appearance is like your hair and your clothing and your body. It is also the location of your body, like where your body's located, right? So if you have Capricorn on your ascendant, like you're always at work, you look like you're always working, right? That's Capricorn. It is work. That's what Capricorns do, work. They're at the job, they're working. So do you wear a uniform, right? Is there something you do where you're like, okay, this is what I wear, or you try to make sure that you have that you look organized, that you look structured. There's uniform. I keep hearing, yeah, something about your appearance where you just look like you're on the job. So let's pull your card for your new beginning, Capricorn. Now, the thing I will say is because it has to do with time. There may be things about your physical body where you had certain goals and ambitions, and you may feel like it's taking you forever to achieve them, because you have Capricorn on the ascendant. Remember, it's time. Remember what I said with that last card? Anything that you want to last, right, is something that Saturn, your sign, is going to demand that you work at for a very long time. It's baby steps, baby steps. So you're always making progress. You may not see it, but you're making progress. So just don't give up. Right? Just keep climbing that ladder, whatever that ladder is for you in whatever area of your life, especially if you have concerns about your physical body, whatever those concerns may be, or goals in particular. So they're saying to go ahead and split the deck again. So let me do another quick shuffle here. So it doesn't, I felt like, I don't know why, it was really strange. I started to like pick a card out. It was very, very odd. All right, so we're going to cut the deck for you like that. Give you this card. So you get 3 cards for this reading. Nice. Ready? Shazam. Okay, we get the card, which is actually, this is a beneficial card. I know it might not look like it, right? But just so that you know, Pisces and Scorpio energy trine each other. So it's a benefit energy. They help each other out. They make things easier. And it's like they do it in a way where you don't even have to try. It kind of just sort of lands in your lap. Now, you see how there's the moon down below, and then there's even Neptune. Something fascinating about the past and possibly family, possibly mom, right? There's history here, not just in this current lifetime, but your soul's memory, your soul's history. Something beneficial. Family is stepping in, but healing is also here. Lots of healing going on. Maybe wounds from the past, from other memory, soul memory, but possibly from current family history. You have the energy of the sun and the moon on this card. Yep. You have the energy of the light and the dark. It's creating balance for you, right? There's angel wings and then there's bat wings. Yeah, okay. So the ego, the hidden energy, right? The things that we might not be too proud about, there's a balance here, and it brings healing because you're able to look at the past and to see how far you've come, to see how far you've grown, right? So that brings a healing, and it brings understanding, not just for yourself, but the others that were part of whatever created wounds. You got it? So you get more understanding towards those other individuals too. Fascinating card, because we're talking about your appearance. We're talking about you personally, but we're talking about your past. This card is saying it's something that has to do with your past, something you possibly even forgotten about, but you're emotionally didn't forget. Even though you may not be able to connect your mind to the wound, the emotions were still there. Scorpio, hidden wounds, but it's time to heal. And Pisces is coming through to help the healing. This is phenomenal. Something from the hidden comes to light, and there's a healing that comes about with the awareness of it. So it brings emotional satisfaction with this healing, and it's a balance of the light and the dark. And just remember, don't give up. Have patience with yourself. The good comes to those who wait. So below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.